You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, we're going to talk about Caitlin Clark and some of her comments that she is now making about WNBA referees. We have sat back and we have watched Caitlin Clark get hammered now for what, 9 games by fellow WNBA players, and it feels like Caitlin Clark's not getting any calls, all right? Now, I don't know if that's part of rookie treatment coming into the league. We have seen that in other sports. But, you know, these WNBA referees might want a little more self-awareness about the cash cow that just got dropped into their laps. And I saw another article earlier. Literally, while I'm looking for articles to cover topics, I see 2 headlines. Why Caitlin Clark is struggling, and then the next one from another publication, why Caitlin Clark's been so great this year. I decided to pull up her stats real fast and was like, okay, wow, she's 13th in the league in scoring and 4th in the league in assists. And she's struggling? She's in her 9th game? Are you kidding me? Wow. So, nonetheless, she has come out. She is crushing the refs now, and I don't blame her. She's had enough. We saw that she was got into a little something last night with Victoria Vivians from the Seattle Storm. I did a video on that earlier. Of course, that went viral. And now what she's got to say about the WNBA refs. There is some frustration, especially in one of these photos after the game from Caitlin Clark. And also, she sent a message to Indiana Fever fans about the losses that they're having right now. This girl is super competitive. She wants to win games, and she is hyper aware that, look, a lot of people are coming from a long way away to watch her play. All right? Because she gave a statement, and she was asked about a sign in the crowd. A little girl came all the way from Utah to see her hero, and she wrote hero down on a sign, and it was for Caitlin Clark, all the way from Utah to Indiana. That's power. That's what she's bringing into this league. So, Caitlin Clark was glad her coach had her back. The Fever rookie was visibly frustrated after she and Indiana head coach Christy Sides were both hit with technicals in a 103-88 blowout to the Storm on Thursday night. Quote, I feel like I'm getting hammered. I don't know. Clark said in a post-game press conference when the reporter asked her and Seattle guard Victoria Vivians chirping at each other in the second quarter, quote, I appreciate Christy getting a tech too. I don't know. That's the picture of frustration that was snapped last night. She is getting frustrated. With 4 minutes left before the half, Indiana trailing 34-25, Clark hit a three-pointer with Vivians guarding her, and the pair each received a technical foul. Again, that's the video I covered this morning. Sides was seen screaming at the referee before an assistant coach pulled her away while the Fever trailed the Storm 71-52. Quote, that's a foul, announcer Debbie Antonelli said on Amazon Prime's broadcast. She absolutely said that. I was watching the game, and she was like, that's a foul. That is a foul. It was a foul. It didn't happen. Quote, we just got to get better with officiating. We've got to get some of those calls. Sides said after the Fever's 3rd consecutive loss. I feel like they're getting some calls that's happening on our end as well, and I just don't feel like we're getting some of those. Clark finished with 20 points on 6 of 17 shooting, 3 rebounds, 9 assists. The Iowa product, who was selected number 1 overall by the Fever in the WNBA draft, explained that she won't change her competitive nature on the court after Indiana fell to 1-8. Quote, yeah, 2 competitive people, Clark said of the run-in with Vivians, and they hit us with a double tech, and that's about it. She's getting frustrated. I understand it. We talked about earlier about how there seems to be something a little extra coming from these WNBA players towards her on the court, some of these veteran players. And look, I don't think it's a secret. These players don't like her very much. They don't like her for the attention she's brought into the league, which is astonishing because nobody watched before she showed up. And, well, she's breaking television records everywhere. She's breaking attendance records everywhere. So, I be jealous, I guess. I don't know. It's nuts. These players got exactly what they've been asking years for. And because Caitlin Clark's straight and white, they don't want nothing to do with it. It's wild. Shut up and enjoy the ride. It's crazy. So, Caitlin Clark came out and made some comments that is directed towards Indiana Fever fans. Speaking to reporters following the Fever's 103-88 loss to the Storm that saw them drop to 1-8, Clark was asked about a sign that a young girl held up during the game at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indiana. The sign said, noted from the fan that came from Utah to watch Clark, whom she called, quote, her hero. Clark was appreciative of the gesture and talked about the impact they are having on women's sports. Quote, at the end of the day, that's why you play basketball. Sure, the wins are great, but the way the game has changed over the course of my career, whether it's college and now coming here, you look around and see all these young girls. I tell you what you see, not only besides young girls, you can tell WNBA games that Caitlin Clark plays in are filled with families. Like literally husband, wife, daughter, sons. It's pretty awesome to see now. By the way, you weren't seeing a lot of that before Caitlin Clark showed up. You just weren't. Quote, they're coming to these games, and then even after the game, we lose by however many points, but they're still the happiest little girls in the world. They couldn't be more thrilled that they're here. They could care less how much we won by, how many points I scored, or whatever it was. It's just the experience and seeing us play, and that's the coolest thing to me. Clark understands that the losses might be disappointing to many, but she promised brighter days are ahead as the Fever continue to grow as a team. It's really fun to watch, so she hopes the fans will keep supporting them. I hope our fans continue to come back because this product is really fun to watch. I don't think we're really showing our full product yet. It's just a work in progress. We're young, we're inexperienced, and I know we sound like a broken record saying that, but it's true. Well, and look, it's real early. This team was the worst team in the league last year. She needs some help out there, without a doubt. And I'm going to tell you, I'm still not sold on this coach. I like the fact that she went to bat for the players last night, but she's proven to be deficient in some areas when it comes to resting players and choosing her lineups, and who to play and how many minutes to give out. That severely reducing Smith's minutes because she blew a defensive play, and then last night she gets minutes back and scores 23. I'm going to question you as a coach. I am. And she still has an issue getting Caitlin Clark freed up on looks, screens, etc. Caitlin Clark's having to create her own offense at this point. And that's amazing to me. My God, figure it out. If you have to, go back and look at how they figured it out with Steph Curry back in the day. And then do it. Go do it. Anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting that Caitlin Clark was telling fans, hey, hang in with us. Caitlin Clark is not happy with these officials right now. Don't blame her. She's getting murdered out there. Every game that we've watched, and I think we've watched all but 2, we have been actively screaming at the TV as she's getting murdered and hacked. I throw up my hands like 6 times a game where I'm like, call the foul. I feel like the dude from Rocky IV, as Apollo was getting the crap beat out of him, and he was telling Rocky, throw the towel. Throw the damn towel. Call a foul. Call a damn foul. I mean, that's how I feel right now. It's nuts. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.